Are you dreaming of passive income? Are you thinking about sitting on a beach, not having to do anything, feet kicked up, and there's just money rolling in? I think all of us have that as a bit of a dream, but I'm here to tell you that passive income is just not so passive. Here's the truth about passive income, okay? I'm Justin Williams. I took our small business and 10x the revenue, pushed the company to be a global business, and I'm here sharing all of my insights that I've learned over the years to help you learn from all the challenges that I went through and the successes that I've had to build your business bigger than ever. When we look at passive income, I've heard all the stories, and there's kind of a few different things that you can do when it comes to passive income. There's stocks, there's GICs or treasury bills, there's crypto, there's rentals and real estate, and I'm going to run through all of them and the realities that you need to know as you look forward to building your wealth. So, step one, how do we start to generate passive income? Well, it's going to take work. It's going to take generating actual income so you can buy the assets that later hope to develop that passive income for you. So if we break it down into the different groups, let's start with real estate. Everybody looks at their friend Jimmy, who's got millions and millions of dollars of real estate, and says, wow, he's got it made. That guy he's got a bunch of rentals. He doesn't do anything. He just goes, he collects some rent. Life is great. Well, I can tell you, as someone that has a number of rentals, it is everything other than passive. Now, you can get a professional company if maybe you're at a big enough size, but even if you have a professional company, guess what? You got to interview that company. You got to back check that company. You got to make sure that company is doing a great job. And when they slip, or if they slip, I guess, but let's say when they slip, guess who is there that has to hold the bag and keep it all together? It will come down to you. I've had so many terrible renters. I can tell many, many stories. I've had houses that now look like a skate park on the inside, graffitied walls, the whole bit. I've had the challenges of renters not paying rent on time, and you have to go in and confront them and deal with that. The biggest systemic risk when you're in the real estate game is you obtain all this capital, you've got a great plan, you buy a property, let's say it's a revenue generating property. So you buy this rental property and you did your due diligence and it's a great neighborhood and everything's fantastic. And then something that you just didn't expect changes about the neighborhood. Maybe, different people move into the neighborhood and now the neighborhood's just not quite as nice as it used to. It can come out of nowhere and all of a sudden, now your real estate that you had is being discounted and is not valued at what it was valued at when you entered. And that can happen not on year 1, year 2, year 3. It can happen on year 10, 20. It can happen when you're in the phase of your life that you're really looking for that passive income because you've gotten out of the workforce and you don't have that active income coming in anymore. So that's a real risk and a reality that can come with the real estate game. Now, if the properties are up and running and everything's going as it should, it can be a relatively low impact part of your portfolio, but don't kid yourself. Maintenance, new tenants, tenant challenges, they definitely can add up and it is 100% a job. Then we've got the stock market. So depending on how you diversify your portfolio or where you allocate to, if you're in growth, if you're in value holdings, that's got its own levels of risks and realities of return. If you're averaging your 7% return, maybe you've got low fee ETFs that you're putting most of your funds into, you don't know that those don't get nuked for some reason. There could be a market meltdown at an inopportune time for you. What you always want to avoid is being that forced seller. So how do you avoid being the forced seller? How do you make sure that you can handle the market volatility that could come and could impact your portfolio? And especially if you're using this portfolio for passive income, how do you ensure that if the market goes down, you're going to be in a position that passive income is enough? Even look at Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan in his private office can get smoked by a market meltdown, don't think that you would be immune to that. on your passive income strategy. Then there's the crypto landscape, extremely volatile. Generally speaking, it's not an income generating asset either. You know, you buy and you kind of hold Bitcoin, or you buy and you hold Ethereum. Now there is DeFi, the whole decentralized finance landscape where people were doing yield farming. But as we all know, many of those turned out to just be Ponzi schemes and scams, and you lost your principal. So you were actually negative in the end versus where you thought you were partaking in those yield farming activities in crypto. So where do you get those yield generating assets? They tend to not be growth oriented, so you don't get the capital appreciation at the same. So with crypto, it tends to be more of a buy sell scenario, but it can have great returns, as we have seen in the past, with large downside volatility as well. Next alternative is active business. I don't think many people kid themselves. Most people do realize entrepreneurship is a very big undertaking, and getting a business to the point that it would run itself is a major challenge and not easy. So as your friends sit around and you might be at a party this weekend and everyone's talking about these passive income concepts, my advice is, and my insights are, that to get passive income really takes a lot of hard work and active income. And then the more you can generate that active income and push that active income to a much higher level, then all of a sudden you can buy the assets that you can turn into passive income. If you're loving the content, please take the moment, smash the likes, and subscribe to the channel, and check out my other video, which is 10xing your sales through BD. I think you're gonna love that video. It's gonna help you engage your sales teams and others in your organization to really drive sales. So as we sit here and we discuss passive income, focus instead on the following. Focus on leveling up your skill set so you can earn more of that active income from either your job or your business that you're engaged in. Help your customers every day, because we're going to 10x the revenue of your company. And by doing that, we're going to drive more active income, and always be working on those value added activities. By doing that, you're going to increase your active income. You'll then be able to buy more assets. And even in the event of a downturn, the continued passive income that comes from those assets may just be enough that you can end up on that beach, sipping a coconut and enjoying your life. I'm Justin Williams. Thanks so much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe.